Alright. Hopefully this shit's working. I have no idea. To be honest. No clue. Hi, dear. Does everything look alright? It's not like lagging or anything? Because I have no idea what I'm doing with YouTube Live. It's kind of a bitch, to be honest. Wait, is my mic muted? Hold up. No, we're good. We good. Mm-mm-mm-mm. It's perfecto. Alright, sweet. There's like a stupid delay between OBS and YouTube. It's kind of a bitch. I'll like start the stream and it doesn't appear on YouTube for like 2 minutes. So I don't know how to fix that. I guess I'll have to figure it out. I don't know. Number one fan? Yeah, not if I fucking what can I do to you here? Add as a moderator? I don't know about that. What's this shit doing? That's crazy. Breaking down from there. Wow. Hmm. Wow. Really nobody else joined. I'm almost fucking insulted. Wait, how can I see views? Hold on. 2 concurrent viewers. Wow, one of them? No. Hmm. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. Alright. Yeah, apparently you are the only fucking loyal member. It's a good point. Alright. What was I gonna cover here, actually? I guess while I'm live, I might as well do something with it. Alright, going into the weekend here, I mean, we have been rotational, like, just kind of a quick recap, anyways. If you go back and look at it, it's just kind of a mess right now. Looks good to me, man. What's up, Bilbo? Uh, 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 uh. Yeah, I've never used YouTube Live before, so I'm just trying to figure this out. I mean, technically speaking, we're still rotational within November to December value. Cleaned up December's high there, traded back inside. We reunite in a YouTube live stream. Yeah, but we are rotational within 2 months of value. So with that being said, I mean, I'm not totally convinced we see the traversal all the way down to 2 month low, like 83, 84K. I don't think we're going to go that low, to be honest with you. Um, it all comes down to how we trade now that we're inside of the 7 week composites. I mean, we accepted there, retested there, and then squeezed the highs here earlier today. But again, we're still rotational within, that 7 weeks of overlapping value. So I mean, with that being said, it just happens if we break to the upside or break to the downside. And then we're also kind of building out, what do we have? 3 days of value here on TPO. I need daily here. Is this 3 days? I'm tripping. I think it's 3 days of value here. And then the weekend, or just two. Two. Okay. So 2 days of overlapping value here. We formed a balance inside of the 7 week composites. I mean, really, I would anticipate that we just stay rotational until proven otherwise, right? So, being that we have accepted into the 7 week, we haven't traversed the 7 weeks of value, which would plot us down at 85, or even mean reverted it, which would put us at the POC, which, if we saw that it would be acceptance back within the 17 days of value there. We also front ran previous month VWAP, previous week VWAP. There's a lot of overlapping levels there. We never got tagged, so it is what it is. Um, Usually I put less emphasis on weekend profiles, but being that this would be Wednesday, Thursday, I guess where's Friday? Am I stupid here? Where is it? Oh, sorry, that would be okay. I'm stupid. Never mind. But yeah, I would expect that we end up with a 4-day composite here going into next week. So really, I think we'd have something like this. So this would be your value here, right? And then really any break. So if we get a break, I'll pull back to the upside, I would long. If we break to the downside, I would short. And honestly, I mean, being that, I guess value would probably be a little bit higher, but it'd probably be something more like this, probably be up here. But, any immediate break of the composite down to the low, I would short that. I would also look for shorts on the return of the 17-day as well, being that the current condition would be bearish. Being that we accepted inside of 7-week and broke down from whatever composite we from over the weekend, those are two bearish shifts. So anticipate downside until, it gives us a reason to think otherwise. From there, I mean, we're going to work our way down towards the POC, right? And if we traverse value and then reclaim, that would be a really nice long. Kind of clean up these lows, that would be a nice long. If we tag the POC and then break out a value, that would be a nice long. And then, conversely, you could play the traversal back up through this composite. Or if we sweep the lows and then reclaim, long here, long here. It really doesn't matter the sequence, but any fresh shift against value here, if we break out to the upside, would be good longs. It really doesn't matter on the sequence, but I mean, ideal sequence would be, short here, play along here, play along here, play along here. And again, that's if we just don't do anything and we just go straight from a balanced state, imbalanced, back into this balance, right? And then traverse this and then traverse it the other way after cleaning up the lows. But going into the weekend, I would expect that we form a 4-day composite here. And that's pretty much it. Honestly, I mean, if we look at, I'll just look at VWAP here quickly, I guess, and then I'll wrap this up, being that I really just wanted to make sure the stream and shit worked so I could start doing this routinely. Didn't really know what I was doing. I don't know why I'm looking at yearly value. This doesn't matter right now. Except for, I guess I'll note this really quickly. Previous year value area low would be a confluent level that we would see a return if we cleaned up these lows. So just a resistance level there, support level, I should say. Why is this not working? There we go. But yeah, nonetheless, not really important. If we go to looking at here, okay. If we go to the quarterly, same thing. Previous quarter value area low is confluent with the same area. So if we clean up the lows, it would be a return pullback really after cleaning up the lows of previous quarter value. Monthly. So developing month was actually a really interesting level to work with this week. We had, where's weekly open? Right here. So you had weekly open, impulse up. This compression was against that 17-week composite. And then we squeezed up. I wanted to pull back to go long, didn't get it on Sunday night. So at that point, we were imbalanced up on developing, this is month, right? Developing month, sorry. Months up in developing month, kind of a squeeze there, still imbalanced up, so bullish against developing month value. Imbalance pullback to here, and then we saw a return, which mean reverted developing month value as well as found support at previous month value area high. Had return pullback up to developing month highs, and then we mean reverted again. At that point, we're just rotational, but you're expecting the traversal of value to the other side, which is where we found the weekly low. And it actually front ran the 17-day composite and previous month VWAP. Lots of overlap there. I expected more, but did find good support at monthly value area low. And then we've just become rotational in the lower half of value. So we're going to, remain rotational at this point until proven otherwise. So that we break to the upside up here, right? Then you would anticipate that we at least come up to developing month value area high, or we also see a breakout of previous month value area high. But right now, this is rather neutral. until proven otherwise. So nothing amazing to note there. Weekly is important as well, or interesting, I should say. Is this weekly? Am I tripping? Yeah, weekly. Okay. So the week opens, right off that immediate squeeze. Traverses value, rotational, rotational, become imbalanced up, so bullish up to this point. Acceptance back inside, so at this point you're expecting traversal. Right, becomes rotational, has a pullback up to value area high, traversal value. At that point, you're imbalanced down. Find support. You see acceptance, so expect the traversal. Don't get it, but mean revert it, and then from there it starts to break down. Become imbalanced down on developing week, so that would be a bearish shift right there. At that point, really just kind of compressing against developing weak value area low, and finds more support at previous week value area high. So right now it would be the imbalance down and developing week, so this is technically bearish, but it's really just compressing between these two levels. So at this point, if we do see, or no, sorry, the levels up here, my bad. Yeah, so we're just rotational at this point. So I mean, if we do see acceptance back in here, maybe anticipate that we would see the mean reversion up to this point, but really I would be putting more emphasis on composite structure right now, not so much VWAP. And I would say that's really it. Nothing really to note here. So really, I just expect this to range over the weekend, and break to either side will be kind of an A plus play. So broke up to here. I mean, your first immediate target would be this NPOC confluent with this 2-day composite low. Probably the POC, and at that point, if you did see acceptance there, it would also be a rotation up to the other side of monthly value and the traversal up to weekly value here. So, and then break to the downside, it would be POC and probably 17-day composite high as the first target. So, all right, gonna wrap it up. Have a good weekend, gents. Just wanted to test that out here, but there's a little update as well for what I'm seeing going into next week. Get on BO1 and your mic is so quiet, man. I don't know how it's quiet. It's not quiet to me. You're on a different game, by the way, but yeah, I'm stopping the stream.